These are all of my shoes. There's way more that aren't even on frame. This is my Ugg shelf. This is just Uggs. Except those are Bear Paw, but like they're essentially the same as Uggs if you wanted Uggs for like half the price. Am I still wearing Uggs while I say that? You bet your sweet bippy I am. Well, hello, I'm Erica, and I am odd. I am having a day. I made sure that I woke up and gave myself the cutest, most adorable little panic attack. Yeah, I know. Over stuff that like I can't control. So we're gonna go buy some books so I can feel better. In all seriousness, I've been planning on going to this sort of like book fair for a while. It's being held by one of the libraries in the community, and I'm actually bringing a few books to donate because either one, I started reading them and I just couldn't finish them because of like, I know one of them is because of the print being so small. I just couldn't finish it. I got a migraine every time I read it. So I plan on downloading it for my Kindle to finish it. Also just other books that like I've read and I know that I'm not gonna read them again. So I'm gonna be donating those today. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of book shopping. Obviously we know since I've gotten my Kindle, I've been obsessed with it, still am, always will be, honestly. I'm probably gonna get a brand new one next year because I know that like within the next year or two, that Kindle that I bought secondhand isn't gonna be supported anymore. But I haven't done too much book shopping since I got it. Let's go ahead and head to this book sale. I also need to get scrunchies. We have a day. We're gonna have a nice little fall day. Also, don't look at my nails because I need to do them. I broke 3. We're gonna do my nails later, but let's get to this book sale. Shelf. I almost just knocked it over getting a book down off the top.
Okay, thank you.
Just
Yeah,
like,
that would be just my leg.
I watch it, I'm like, any second it's gonna happen. It's so bad.
Get squished by it.
I know. Now that I'm where I can talk at full volume, it's not like I couldn't, but like this was at a library and while the windows are thick, they're not soundproof, but I ended up only getting one book there because they didn't have a lot in the horror section. I mean, they didn't really have a horror section. It was all kind of mixed in, but then again, it was really, really old books and some of them had water damage. I mean, this is like a used book sale, so it's all based on like donations and like some donations from the library. And the thing with older books is that the print is really small. And as we know with my dyslexia, sometimes reading small print will give me a migraine. It makes my dyslexia even worse half the time. So I ended up not really getting anything. I did see a few book titles that I was interested in and that I wish came in like a bigger copy, but I ended up getting just this book. And I think that it's great. It's 8,789 words of wisdom. And it's literally just a book where it's quotes of just advice or like literally words of wisdom. And I really like it. Number one, because I think that it's one of those things where like if I'm having it, oof, you guys foul. I wanted to get this book because I'm very much somebody who like, we know, I'm like, let the universe give me a sign, like let the universe work for me and like show me where I'm supposed to go. I feel like this is one of those things where like I can be like, universe, what do I need to hear right now? And then open a page and that's the quote that I need to hear that day. That happens to me a lot. And so I like that I have a little book now on my shelf that I can do that. Like I just opened this one and this is really good advice, which like some of it is cliche. So there's one where it's like, you're only young once. We know. There's another one where it says one man's food may be another man's poison. Let's see. What one should I read right now? Ooh, this is good. A man's character is his fate. I like that a lot. Just like stuff like that, like, oh, this is good. Needs can be met if understood. Where like, I've been dealing with a lot emotionally lately. Y'all ever feel like so smart? You know that you're smart, but you're also simultaneously dumb. Also my hair, I was like blow drying it straight and then it just did what I wanted to do. But I've been like, what's a good word? I've been bamboozled lately by some people. And I've come to that realization. That's all I'll really say about it, but it is like super disappointing to deal with. And I've been so hard on myself about it lately. So I love that I found that book during this time when I'm dealing with stuff like this, because then it's like, I don't know, it feels very fated. It feels like the universe was like, here, maybe there's a few things in here that will make you feel better. I heard a good quote too. I have no idea what it's from, but it's basically the story of like a scorpion asked a frog to help it get across the pond, and the frog said, okay, I'll help you as long as you don't sting me. And halfway across the pond, the scorpion stings the frog, and the frog says, why would you do that? Now we're both going to perish. And the scorpion said something like, yes, but don't you see it's in my nature? And that is so what I'm dealing with. Where like, I've been dealing with some scorpions and they've stung me, and I don't know why I'm so surprised that they stung me, when if I had paid attention to the signs, I would have known that they're a scorpion. And no, I'm not talking about anybody that I'm dating, just so we rule that out, just so people aren't like, Erica's going through a breakup. I'm fucking not. I am not. I pinky promise. It's not a boy. And yeah, I don't know where this went, but I got a book at the book fair and I like it. So now I'm gonna go, I need scrunchies. So I think I'm gonna go just to TJ Maxx and get a whole bundle of scrunchies because it's really, really cheap there. And then we'll get back to the house and do my nails and chill out. Hey, so I'm back from the book sale and from TJ Maxx, and I have tea from TJ Maxx. I shared a little bit of it on my shorts, but I want to tell you this, like the full story, right? Because YouTube shorts are only 1 minute. I like kind of hate doing 2 parts for stuff. I was in TJ Maxx and I was ringing out. I got scrunchies like I needed. This is one of them. Do you love it? I love it. It's like the teddy bear material, but it's softer. I love it. But I was standing in line and I have my AirPods in, but I'm not listening to anything. This is the most sun exposure I get all year. So I don't listen to anything in my AirPods when I stand in line, because at TJ Maxx they'll be like, cashier number 5 can help you, and like the little robot voice talks to you. So I want to make sure I hear it and that I'm not like holding anybody up, but I keep my AirPods in because I don't want to lose them. So I'm waiting there and these 2 high school girls are behind me. I mean, assuming high school, maybe they were freshman year college, very early college, but they have matching blankets and they're talking about how cute it is and this or that, and someone's name got brought up. They brought up another girl of like, oh, what do you think she's gonna say? And they started talking the most I've heard in a minute. This is just like tea time painting my nails. By the way, the color I'm using is by Model Ones and it's Maple Sugar. I had Warm Cuddles by them a few weeks ago. That was that brown color. So anyways, they just start saying very strange things where they're like, oh my God, she's so weird. Oh my God, yeah. Just full of herself. And it was so funny to me just because the only like really mean thing they tried to say, which was almost not mean at all, but how they were saying it was they were trying to convince each other it's horrible, that apparently this third girl who wasn't present once went to the grocery store and bought a jar of mozzarella balls and ate them all. That's the worst thing they had to say about this girl. And that tells me that she's probably one of the sweetest humans in the entire world, if like the meanest thing you can say about someone is that, well, you're still like wholeheartedly telling the truth. Because there's plenty of people that don't like me that just spread blatant lies about me because they have nothing better to do. And so I was like, these girls really think that this other girl is just horrible because what, she ate mozzarella balls. It just took me back to like when I had all these fake friends, and like even then as an adult you're figuring out who your real friends are, who your fake friends are, and I'm very lucky to have the best friends that I have. We've been best friends for decades and they're just wonderful people, and like even a friend or two from college, they're just such fantastic people and I'm very lucky to have them. But I still deal with like fake people and you gotta weed them out, you know what I mean? It's just exhausting. But I can't wait for that mozzarella girl to find the friends that she deserves and won't talk bad about her and won't make her feel bad about having a delicious snack. Like it was just so strange to overhear that and have like the third party perspective of like, oh my God, these girls are awful. That's the worst thing they have to say about somebody. Whoever this other chick is, she's gonna thrive in life. So let that be the lesson for the day. Fake friends are gonna do what they're gonna do, but as long as you stay true to who you are and you like yourself, you're gonna be okay. But I am so excited for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna take you guys costume shopping with me next week. So here's the deal. Right? On Halloween, I'm just passing out candy. But this year, one of my besties, Riley, you've seen her. You saw her in the last vlog, and you're gonna see her in the Halloween vlog, obviously. She is having a murder mystery dinner party. Now, I can't tell you much about my character because someone attending the party might be watching this. She said like the roller Barbie outfit would be fine because it's a murder mystery dinner party Barbie themed, which is fun. I got the role of stereotypical Barbie. She said that the roller Barbie outfit would be fine, so that's like my backup plan, but she's like, maybe dress like you're going to a 70s prom. And that made me so happy because number one, she knows how much I love the 70s. Like it's everything. I love the 60s and the 70s, like the fashion, the makeup, the shoes. Anyways, so I'm gonna go thrifting for a dress. I think it's gonna be hard to find something that looks like it belongs in the 70s, but if she's wanting to go for like a prom vibe for the story, because I don't know too much about the setting in the story, I may go with like an evening gown and be like stereotypical evening gown Barbie. I'm just gonna quote Debbie from Addams Family Values the entire night. Graceful, delicate. Hello? My floodlight just turned on in my driveway. That's not spooky at all. But we're gonna go shopping for that next week, which I am pumped about. And it's been a week. Like after this, I'm just gonna like relax, rinse my day off, enjoy my books. I'm trying to finish If We Were Villains and the ghost one. I can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to fly through that one. If We Were Villains, I kind of just started, but it's been a little hard for me to get into that one. I don't know why, but I am gonna try and muscle through this weekend and just like see where it goes. There's not too many books I've like stopped in the middle of and just not read, which by the way, there's no shame in that. Like if you get a book and it's just bad and you like don't want to finish it, you can't motivate yourself to read it, just don't read it. It's okay. And then I did finally get A Court of Roses and Thorns. Y'all convinced me in my comments section on my shorts and stuff. I'm gonna read it. I did get the audio version as well that reads along with you as you read it on your Kindle because it's like 700, 800 pages. I am intimidated by that, but I've also gotten through books that long on like audio version and not thought anything of it. So I think if I get really nervous reading it, that'll be helpful because it's like, okay, well, I can still listen to it while I like clean the house, get stuff done, go to work, you know, and I think that'll be really helpful. Wow, I've been talking for a really long time. I just looked at the timestamp. But I think that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.